Hello, I am Madhu and I'm with Valentina today. We are making video after a long time. So today we are going to share what we have been healing in our union and what is our next step.
Hi, my name is Valentina, as you know.
Yeah, so basically what we did, you must have been following us or maybe we are meeting for the first time. So we can begin with, maybe you can start with subscribing to our channel. And if you want to know how have been our journey as twin flames and that to same-sex twin flame, you can go back and check our videos. So from a long time, you must have seen that we are not able to make videos. It was basically we were doing a lot of inner work to bring our physical union to the reality, because that is something that we desire at our core, and we were not getting any way out to ground this. There was like no door. I cannot move to Scotland, that's my restriction at the moment. And then we were not finding any legal proper way that she can come here and stay here for a longer time. And then maybe people try to approach this kind of situation from a logical aspect, they try to do something, but we always try to resolve all our problem by doing inner work and really calling in God to show us what is the best path. Because we have always experienced that when we try to fix anything, it takes a long time, long effort, and it's going to be very struggling. But every time I surrender anything to God, it comes out to be amazing. The solution that we receive is really, really amazing. So for this time, basically, for every block that you see within twin flame, there is a spiritual block. And what we did this time is we were constantly doing our inner work and asking God, what is that block? What is that core block that is not making this happen to come together physically? And then our core block was sexual intimacy. That is where like I had basically a lot of fear, lot of resistance, lot of shutdown. And that is what we healed. And it took some time. There was a lot of upheaval at my end, lot of inner work at my end, and I'm thankful to Valentina. She held a lot of space. That's why we say, like, how you can hold that unconditional love. I experienced that through this experience. When I was healing and moving through all these things, she was there without any judgment. I was throwing tantrums, she was still there, having compassion that, okay, I give you space, I have compassion for you. And I kept on healing. I did that I chose that, okay, I'll heal it. And finally we found the block, we healed it. And then after that we are quite feel that closeness, talking about those sexual thing and opening up that part of our life together, because it was very okay for me to loving, that loving connection and having a relationship. But when we were trying to ground it, because all of you are going to face maybe this thing, that when you really try to ground it, it is okay to fantasize about sex, but when it is really the real aspect of sex, being twin flame specifically, because it's a very high intense and high vibrational experience when it comes to your twin flame sexual relationship. I can feel it now, even if we are not physically together, we have experienced like even sharing that sexual through communication, sharing that values in sex, or sharing those block experienced or the traumas experienced in the sex. It's a hard place to go and heal and love ourselves there. So that is what I was doing. And Valentina is really, I will say, expert when it comes to
Oh
psychological
dear.
okay. Yeah, and not like just for sex, the spiritual energy behind it, the love behind it, how to look at it from a place of compassion, how to resolve it in a way that is going to bring the relationship closer, right? So that's all we have experienced, and there is a lot I have learned through her, and I'm feel quite peaceful in that place. And we are quite good in that area. Now I'm not freaking out that how it's going to be, our sexual relationship is going to be. This is a completely new transition for myself, right? So we are cool there, like we are feeling peaceful there. And then we realize that this is a gift that specifically through Valentina, we are going to extend this gift to the community of twin flame, because we understand deeply how challenging it must be between this sexual upset, this sexual traumas. And once you know how to support yourself in that area, and how you can love yourself in that area, so that you can grow your relationship forward, and moving forward really feels good. Because staying separated was a muddy experience for myself, you know so yeah, so that's the gift we want to give back to the world. It's a lot of healing that we have received, and we deeply know that sex is something that binds two soul together. It gives you that openness to be intimate with each other. And if you cannot experience that love with another person, there will be always a part within you that is going to feel empty. There is something missing, and this is what your soul is seeking, like to experience that intimacy or love with your true twin flame, right? With your true love. Yeah, I feel this is what I wanted to share. You have anything to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that it's not on a primitive level. This is a very deep spiritual connection. It'll be unlike anything that you have ever experienced before. And it's also not what you are maybe expecting to experience. It's a whole new ball game. It's a whole other level, very divine, very spiritual experience, very sacred experience. And you cannot have this with another person other than your twin flame. It's just not possible. So it does bring you to a very vulnerable place as you're healing anything that arises. So you must be prepared to be open and vulnerable with your twin flame. Because in being open and vulnerable with your twin flame, you're being open and vulnerable with yourself, and you're being honest with yourself about your feelings. And the sacral chakra is very connected to emotions, creativity, and also sex. So it is a very, very vulnerable place. And it's okay even to be very patient with yourself as you move through things that come up. Maybe you're not sexually intimate and it seems like there's a dry spell, for a period of time. And it's important to keep faith there, really have faith and know that you will move through it, and be patient with yourself and your twin flame. If there's any time where there's a block that's preventing you from being intimate or even touching in that area, because it is very sensitive, and it's just yourself, that your twin flame is yourself. So you just need to have compassion for yourself, be patient with yourself, and approach this topic with sensitivity and no judgment either.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is good that claim your support, because I felt good with the guidance of my coach, and Valentina was supporting me. That helped me to come out of it easily and quite fast, right? And yes, and the good news is that like we finally found the way. Finally God revealed that way, how we can make this visa process work in a proper way, in an appropriate way, and that is going to feel peaceful. And we are now working on the documents to keep it clean. And soon, once the documents are clear, we'll soon share that success also. But finally, God revealed the way. That's what we wanted to share, that we are moving forward. After healing, the core thing is, once we clear the inner block, that's the thing. You may be feeling things are not happening outside, but always know that there is a spiritual block. God is not trying to keep you apart. God is just going to reveal that to you when you are truly ready. Otherwise, if you have block and you are not taking care of it before coming into your twin flame union, Is you think like it's going to feel good? No, because your twin flame is going to intensify that. It's going to be more triggering in the presence of your twin flame. So it's very easy when you heal it, and then it feels peaceful. You are like, moving forward with God in a good way. That's all I wanted to share. You want to add anything, or you feel complete?
Yeah, one last thing. Myself and Madhu were just thinking, we believed, oh no, we'll just initiate our sex life when I am physically over there in Pune in India, like when I'm physically there, and we'll just not do anything about it just now, is what we had thought. And we were just like, we're working on our life purpose. We'll do all of the other things together, plan our life, but we'll handle the sex part when we're physically together. And then we just started like, it came up to the surface for healing, like it had to naturally arise for us to begin working on it again. It was another layer that came up. And because that happened, we worked on it, and it linked in then with speeding up the visa process, which is amazing. So it's not always going to be like the way you think your healing should go. God always knows what's happening, and God knows your next block that's arising. So this block helps with many other blocks too, and it's an important block in coming together with your twin flame. So it's important to like really heal anything that arises in this area, and don't push it down, don't numb out it, just heal it and be proactive in your intimacy with your twin flame and healing together and engaging in whatever that is where you're at. Yeah. So that's everything I wanted to share.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah.